Triforce Optical Master 2000 here. So today I wanted to do like a little bit of a quick video. I don't plan to make this video long, but it is Switch related, of course. As you can tell, I have my Nintendo Switch booted up here. And today we just got a new update for the Nintendo Entertainment System online app that you see here. We got a new update. Today is October 10th, and the reason I say that, why did we get a new update? Well, because Nintendo has added new games to the online service. So I recently just checked it out and see what they added. I haven't played the games that they added, but I did check it out to see what games that they added here. So as you can tell, these are the 4 new games that Nintendo added for the online service. So we have NES Open Tournament Golf, Solomon's Key, Super Dodgeball, and which I have no idea what kind of version of this. This is The Legend of Zelda. It says Legend of Zelda Special. We're just going to have to check that out in a bit. But I do want to, of course, mention that, yeah, Nintendo did mention that they were going to put new games on the online service. And how did I find out about this? Well, how did I find out about this? So I follow all of Nintendo's YouTube channels. I follow their Japanese channel. I follow their European channel, their UK channel. So their channels. So via Nintendo's Japanese YouTube channel, I found out that Nintendo's going to add in 3 new games on the Famicom online service, which is the Japanese NES online service app, of course. So the 3 new games that they added were NES Open Tournament Golf, Solomon's Key, and Super Dodgeball. And I have no idea what is this version of the special Legend of Zelda version is supposed to be about. Is it different from the original? I didn't check this one out. But of course, let's check out the games. So we got NES Open Golf, which I wasn't really that into back in the day. I did play this a long time ago, but I never was really into this game. When it came to golf or NES Open Golf, I was more of a golf guy. Even though I don't consider myself a sports fan, I don't really care about sports games, but I do love the black box sports games. And golf was one of my favorites, so I really enjoyed the original black box golf. I didn't play much of this one back in the day. I mean, I did play it once, but I wasn't really too into it. I felt that golf was more better. But here it is. Here's NES Open Tournament Golf. I do also have this game on the 3DS Virtual Console. So there's the title screen right there. Fun fact about this game is that this was the first game to have Princess Peach with her blonde hair. I say that because in all NES Mario games, Peach had, of course, brown hair. And this game, this is the very first time that she'd had blonde hair. And of course, if you guys are familiar with Mario's USA outfit that you've seen in Super Smash Brothers or in Super Mario Odyssey, well, this is the game that, of course, debuted that outfit for Mario. This was originally a Famicom Disk System game in Japan, I believe, or I think it was also a cartridge game as well, because I know that the Famicom Disk System had a couple of golf games and had Mario on the cover. I think it was Japanese golf, Japan tournament golf, and then there was like the US one, which is this one. And then I think they made the US one into a cartridge game as well. I also do have this on the Famicom Mini, of course. This was an exclusive on the Famicom Mini. It wasn't on the NES Classic. I have no idea why. Maybe they wanted this to be like a Famicom Classic exclusive. But the game is here, so let's do a stroke play, I guess. Not that good at the game, but oh well. Doesn't hurt trying it. US course, Japan course, UK course. So let's do US course. Okay, here's Mario. I guess medium. Okay. Let's see how I did. Oh man, that was bad. That was really bad. I'm not really that good at this game, as I mentioned, guys. Okay, let's see how I did. Oh, kind of close. kind of close to the hole. Well, I mean, where the hole is, of course. Might as well do it lightly. So that way, like, I don't shoot that far. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yep, there it is. That was bad. Really bad. Oh, wow. Oh, almost close. Almost close, guys. Okay, there you go. Oh, what the hell? Oh, it was almost there. Okay, yeah. What am I freaking doing? What the hell am I doing? Okay, there you go. That, yeah, I think that's supposed to be, I have no idea what that is. Well, I guess we'll try this one, and then we'll check out Solomon's Key. But as I mentioned, I was never really that into this game back in the day. I did play this only once back then, but I preferred the original Golf on NES. But this game, I really didn't... This one didn't catch my interest back then, when I first played it. I do have this game on the 3DS, and I have it as well on the Famicom Classic, because the Famicom Mini has this game as an exclusive. Strange that it wasn't on the NES Classic, since this game came out for the NES. This was like a later NES game. I think this came out like in '91 when the Super Nintendo, of course, came out. What the hell? Yeah, that's weird. Wow, that fell. Am I close to the water? I think so. Wow, that was a foul. Alright. I don't want to dabble in with this game too much, but the next game is Solomon's Key. Now, Solomon's Key is a game that I have played a couple of times before back in the day. If I recall, this game is not an easy game. This is actually a really challenging game. I was never really that good at this game. It's not one of my favorite NES games, but it is a classic. But I don't consider this to be the best NES game. But I could consider it a classic, because I know that a lot of people, back then, used to like this game. I know that Mike Matati, I can't say his last name right. Mike from Cinemassacre, motherfucker Mike from Cinemassacre, he said that this is one of his favorite NES games. Well, one of his favorite NES games. And personally, when it comes to Solomon's Key, I can't consider this to be my favorite NES game. I do have nostalgia with it, because I have played this game before, but I can't consider it to be like one of the best NES games. I think it's an okay game, but I don't consider it to be like a classic. For me, in my opinion. Because I don't really, I really don't care about this game too much, to be honest. I'm not really that big of a fan of this game. There are some people that are. I'm not one of those people, unfortunately, but the game is there, so let's check it out. And there's the copyright. Alright, there's Solomon's Key. This is also on the Famicom Classic, for those who don't know. So the Famicom Mini also has this game as an exclusive. It's kind of strange, because when I first heard that the game was a Famicom Mini exclusive, I was like, wait a minute, but then Solomon's Key came out in the United States? And I realized that, well, even if it's a game that came out, if it was a game that came out on the NES, this became a Famicom Mini exclusive, which is kind of strange, because I was like, well, that's strange having NES Open Golf and Solomon's Key as exclusives on the Famicom Mini, since those were games that did come out in the United States for the NES. Oh well, but I guess like since we got titles like Punch Out and the original Final Fantasy as exclusive titles, it made sense that Nintendo kind of gave some of those games as exclusives. Whoa. Oh. I died. I don't know what I did right now, but I was able to kill some of the enemies. As I mentioned, I'm not really good at this game, but definitely I can't really say I'm an expert in this because I don't consider this to be my favorite NES game. So I really don't care about this game. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to get up there so I can get the key. Oh man. Oh man. I am simply not a fan of this game. I mean, it's not a bad game, but I just don't consider this to be my favorite NES game. Alright, I guess that was my last life, so yeah. Alright, that was Solomon's Key. And the next game is Super Dodgeball. Now, I have never played this game. Not gonna lie about that. I've never played Super Dodgeball. I know that a lot of people consider this to be a really good hidden gem on the NES. People consider this to be one of the this is considered to be the best dodgeball game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I can't say that for myself because I've never had experiences with this game. I have seen gameplay videos of this on YouTube, and I understand that this game uses the characters from River City Ransom in this game because I believe in Japan it was part of that same series from River City Ransom. I think in Japan the series is called Downtown Nengetsu. So I think this is part of the Downtown Nengetsu series in Japan. And it does have the River City Ransom characters, and it is made by Technos, the same developers that made River City Ransom. So let's check it out. Super Dodgeball. Let's see, we got World Mode versus Play Beanball. Okay, World Mode, that's one player. Since I'm only playing by myself, I have no interest in doing the two-player mode. Okay. See how this plays. Okay, I just grabbed it there. Oh, what? Oh, man. I got hit right there really bad. Oh, what the hell? So wait, do you have to hit your opponent with the dodgeballs or what? It's kind of strange for a game like this. But it does have the River City Ransom characters. I find that to be really interesting. And like I said, it is supposed to be part of that Downtown Nenketsu series. That's where, of course, River City Ransom comes from in Japan. Now, personally, I am a huge fan of River City Ransom. I would consider that to be one of my favorite third-party NES games of all time. I hope that they could also, the Nintendo could also put in Crash in the Boy Street Challenge. That was actually a pretty good game as well. What the hell? I don't even see myself taking down that dude. Oh, wow. Okay, where's the damn dodgeball? Might be terrible at this game because, as I mentioned, I don't play sports games, and I am not good at sports games, so... So, is the premise to hit your opponents, or what are you supposed to do in this game? I have no idea. Huh. Hit the other dude. Oh well, that was that. That was Super Dodgeball. Now let's check out this special version of The Legend of Zelda. I have no idea what this version does, but let's check it. Huh! Strange. I have the white tunic. So wait, do I have like all the items already? Okay, I have some of them, but not all of them. So, what's special about this version of The Legend of Zelda? Strange. And I mean, right now I'm actually playing the original Legend of Zelda. Right now I'm on the sixth dungeon actually. I'm on level 6 right now. I've been able to get almost all the heart containers. I just need 3 more heart containers left. But yeah, I'm on the 6th dungeon. I'm actually on the 6th dungeon of the game. So I'm almost there. Just need, of course, two more dungeons to go, and yeah, then I'll beat the first quest and I'll be able to do the second quest. Looks like some of the secrets are already out. Well, we're already here at level 1, so let's check out if we got to do something there, or if it's already completed. I'm not sure, so let's check. Oh, infinite keys. So infinite amount of rupees, infinite amount of keys, and maybe bombs. Let's see. Nope. Not bombs, but keys, I guess. Really strange. This is really strange. I have no idea why that they released like a special version of Zelda. This is really interesting though, I'm not gonna lie. This is interesting. But I guess this is like an easy way to play the original Legend of Zelda because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, as a Zelda fan, the original Legend of Zelda is a pretty tough game. For those who have never played the original Legend of Zelda, I will tell you this. The original Legend of Zelda is not an easy game to start to. It's not even an easy game to play, alright? If you think it's an easy game to start to, sorry, but that's not true. The original Zelda is a pretty tough game. This is really interesting. This special version of The Legend of Zelda. Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna dabble with this version too much, but this is interesting. I am not gonna lie. This is really interesting. And as you can tell, like there's the special emblem on the right side, letting you know that this is a special version of The Legend of Zelda. Yeah, this is really interesting. Like a special version. I guess you have like all the items. Well, not technically all the items, but at least you have you have something. That's interesting. I have never seen a version of of any Nintendo game like this getting a treatment like that. Nintendo never mentioned a special version of Zelda on the video that they showcased the games that were going to come out. I don't know why would I need more rupees since I already have enough rupees. Got another key. Does 10 keys. I guess I don't waste all my keys, even if I unlock a door. It's like, well, you don't really need to. You don't need to wait. You don't need to buy keys because, well, you can't waste them. I guess there are infinite keys in the game. Really strange, considering that this is a special version of The Legend of Zelda. Hi. Looks like I can't die in the game. Interesting. So, technically, is this still the first quest or the second quest in this special version of the game? I have no idea. As you know, the second quest of The Legend of Zelda is way more tougher than the original quest. But yeah, I guess this is the special version, you know? Alright, I don't want to dabble on too much, but that's the special version of The Legend of Zelda. I guess this is a more easier version of the game to play, and it's like you already have all the items. You have everything. It's interesting. Alright, well, those were the new games that they added. So, I haven't really, give my actual thoughts about the online service, and what do I think. Personally, I think the online service is not bad for me. I really haven't complained about it too much. Personally, I say that because I hardly play online on my Switch. And I say that because I'm not the type of person that will play online typically a lot. I only play online when it comes to games like Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon 2, so I really don't consider myself, playing too many games online, unless if it's specific games that I know that I have time to play online, like Mario Kart and Splatoon 2. I do agree with people that the Switch's online service is not perfect. It's not the best, but I still have faith that Nintendo will, of course, make this a great service. It's not the best, but I could see, they're trying. I'm not saying that, hey, technically that this is the worst that I've seen. No, I think it's not the best. I think that there are problems with it. I don't really complain about it too much, but I do agree that with like the cloud saves and all that, I do feel like they should have fixed that from the start. I think cloud saves in general should have been from the start. Like they should have given out cloud saves, like when the Switch came out. Because, with the Wii and with the Wii U, Nintendo gave internal storages for both the Wii and Wii U. So I don't know why they didn't do that for the Switch. Especially if they were going to give cloud saves. I don't understand why they didn't give that from the start. And more importantly, I think cloud saves should be for every game. Because I know that some games don't have cloud save features. For example, Splatoon 2 doesn't have it. And Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is not going to have it. With the news about Pokemon not having it, that kind of upsetted me. And I say that because it's like, dude, I mean, like, what gives? Like, what if my Switch broke, or if I lost my Switch and if I had the game and I wanted to transfer my data, well, I can't do that because that game doesn't have it. But it's not the best. It's going on. It's not perfect, and I do agree that Nintendo should definitely remove that app, that voice chat app, because I would love to see like headset capabilities for the Switch. I think the Switch is, it has potential of having headset features capabilities. I don't think it's necessary to have a phone app. I don't think so, to be honest, guys. I hardly use the phone app, to be honest. I only use it whenever I play with my friends and whatnot. But that's the only time I only use the phone app. So I don't even think it's necessary. And the only game that is built, like, let's say on the phone app, if you use it, right, the Switch online app, if you basically have the app, right, for example, the only game that they only have a dedicated, page to is Splatoon 2. So I'm like, well, where's games like Mario Kart 8? Where's games like Mario Tennis Aces? I mean, like, there are other games that I think that have the potential to having their own, their own page on the online app, like Splatoon 2 does. But I do feel like they should fix the voice chat capabilities and give us actual headsets. I understand that for those who play Fortnite on the Switch, I don't, because I'm not really, I don't really play Fortnite. But
I know that you can use headsets on Fortnite. So I'm like, but if you can use headset on Fortnite, why can't you use headset on other games? I would like to see Nintendo do that, and I think that Nintendo still has the potential on doing that. But I do agree that they should get rid of that phone app. I don't think it's necessary. I do agree that the Switch Online is not perfect, but all in all, for me, I think it's okay. It's not bad. It's not the worst, but I think they could have done better. They almost nailed it on having a good online service, but one thing that I do give Nintendo credit, unlike Sony and Microsoft, is that their online service is cheap. And I really like the fact because I don't want to pay $60 to play online. I think that's freaking ridiculous, and I don't have time to pay $60 to play online. That's just fucking ridiculous. I love that Nintendo is only charging, $20 to play online for a year. That is a really smart deal, and for having online to be cheap, that's not bad. And of course, if you're a member of the online service, of course you get these free NES games. I don't mind that, but I think they could have done better with the selection of the roster. Like, I'm just like, Nintendo, where's Metroid? Where's Kid Icarus? Where's Kirby's Adventure? I mean, like, where's the original Final Fantasy? Where are the Mega Man games? For God's sakes, where's Castlevania? Like, okay, I mean, yes, I like the fact that, of course, you have Super Mario Brothers 3, you have the original Legend of Zelda, but where's Super Mario Brothers 2, the US version? Where's Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link? I don't get that. But I guess, I mean, we are going to eventually see those games on the online service, but only time will tell when will we see them. But the selection is not the best. I'm not going to lie about that. I think they could have done better with the selection. I mean, I wish they could have had games like Castlevania. For God's sakes, where's a Mega Man game? And I wish they could have had either a Dragon Warrior or, a Dragon Warrior game, which is Dragon Quest, or Final Fantasy. And I wish they could have also had Super Mario Bros. 2 and Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. But only time will tell. But I do enjoy playing the games that I get, that I have the time to play, of course. I mean, I've already beaten Super Mario Bros. 3. Again, I guess you could say that because I've beaten Super Mario Bros. 3 dozens of times. And of course, I am trying to beat the original Legend of Zelda again. I'm on the 6th dungeon, as I mentioned. But and of course, I actually did beat the original Super Mario Brothers. I actually speed ran through the entire game. If there is one game that I can speed run from any video game, it's Super Mario Brothers. Because for me, this is a game that I can actually speed run and beat for a day. Because I feel like Super Mario Brothers is definitely a game that's easy to speed run, of course. And since it's a game that I have played, a lot, dozens of times throughout my entire life, I'd say, yeah, this is a game that I can speedrun in a day, so it's not a problem. But I think they could have done better with the selection of the games, but only time will tell what more games will we get, and I'm really excited to see what Nintendo can do with future games on the online service. I mean, I would love to see Super Nintendo games, N64 games, and for God's sakes, I would love to see GameCube as well, so definitely. And as a Nintendo fan myself, I do want to see Nintendo succeed with the online service. So only time will tell. It's not perfect. It's not the best, but it's good. It's not great. It's not bad, but it's good for me. It's not great. It's not the best. It's not bad, but it's okay. It's good. But I don't complain about it as much as people do. I just enjoy just playing the games that I have enough time to play, of course. So, as a Nintendo fan, I do want Nintendo to succeed for the online service. But, yeah, that's going to wrap it up. But before I go, I actually do want to check the Famicom app, because, of course, the Famicom also got the same update. So, let's check it out. It's going to be a little short. That it's not long. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be long. So there you go, it's in Japanese and it's telling me, hey, you got new games. There it is, the special version of The Legend of Zelda, of course. The Famicom app, instead of having the cartridge version, it's actually the Famicom Disk System version of the game, which is awesome because I am a huge fan of the Famicom Disk System versions of Zelda, Zelda 2, Metroid, Kid Icarus. Disk System games in general are freaking awesome. Alright, so there it is, and I'll show you the differences when it comes to games. So, So as I mentioned, NES Open Tournament Golf is a Famicom Mini exclusive, as you could tell. And the difference with the Japanese version is that the game is called Mario Open Golf, as you see, and the music is different in this game. There's different music than the North American version, which I actually prefer the music in this version. The music in this version of the game is really awesome. So, I guess, showcase a little bit. And there's Japan course. I think like the other courses are locked in this version of the game. Alright, well I missed. Well anyway, yeah, that's the game. Oh shoot. I give the controller layout. Alright, and that's of course I know that Solomon's Key has the Japanese title. It's the same game, there's nothing different. You know, it's the same Solomon's Key. You just saw. Super V-Ball, yep, it's in Japanese, of course. And the special version of The Legend of Zelda is obviously the same. Of course, with the disc system layout and the sound effects, of course. As you can tell, what I love about the disc system version of The Legend of Zelda is that it has, you know, different sound effects that we didn't have in the NES version, of course. One thing that I think is, I think a flaw to the disc system versions is that, yeah, they have longer load times. But the awesome thing about the disc system versions, well, I mean, obviously, my favorite part is, well, the music. As you can tell, the music on the disc system versions of specific games, you know, they sound different than the NES versions, which I really do enjoy. Like, the music in The Legend of Zelda, I mean, yes, it does sound a little bit of the same, but the intro music is freaking phenomenal. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that. It is. And of course, the game is still in English. So yeah, that was Legend of Zelda, of course. But that